People living in senior housing facilities want to feel secure. This facility is making a commitment to the safety, security, and quality of life of its residents and staff by becoming a member of the Senior Crimestoppers program. Over the next few minutes, we'll introduce you to Senior Crimestoppers, what it is, how it works, and why it's such a valuable resource for your facility. The Senior Crimestoppers program encourages everyone to report incidents when they occur anonymously with a cash reward if their information brings about a resolution. Unfortunately, crime can affect all of us, anywhere, at any time. That's one of the reasons Senior Crimestoppers is necessary. This program is a coordinated set of components that work together to prevent incidents of crime and, if not prevent them, resolve them. It provides a safe way for you to do something about problems should they occur. Problems can include, but are not limited to, abuse, neglect, fraud, theft, vandalism, substandard care, or any type of unethical behavior. And Senior Crimestoppers works. Nationally, facilities that are part of the program can see an average of a 92% reduction in incidents. When a facility becomes a member of Senior Crimestoppers, it sends a message of safety and security. It lets people know that the facility is doing everything it can to avoid crime problems and to prevent and deter incidents. Here's how Senior Crimestoppers works and what it means now that your facility has joined the program. As one of the components that make up the program, Senior Crimestoppers provides personal lockboxes for each resident. Installed by your facility's maintenance team, it lets residents and family members protect personal belongings. The personal lockboxes also serve as a constant reminder that Senior Crimestoppers is at work in your facility. Another component of the program is the continuing educational efforts like this in-service training. You and other staffers will have to deal with residents and family members when incidents happen. You'll face their anger and possibly may even get their blame. That's why it's so important for you to know how Senior Crimestoppers works. After this in-service, you'll be asked to read and sign an oath sheet, which will help reinforce what you're learning here today. A third component of the program is the reward posters, which help Senior Crimestoppers gather information on incidents when they occur and are reported. When an incident occurs, report it immediately to a supervisor. They will provide the details to Senior Crimestoppers, which will then create a reward poster with details on the incident for display in your facility. Anyone with any information can contact Senior Crimestoppers at any time. The final components of the program are the 24-hour tip line and cash rewards. They are effective and anonymous. In our experience, we found that in nearly every case, someone in a facility knows something about an incident. With the Senior Crimestoppers tip line, they have a way to share that information without using their name, protecting themselves from retaliation or reprisal, while receiving a cash reward if their information brings about a resolution. At the end of this meeting, each person on the staff will get a wallet-sized card with information on how to contact Senior Crimestoppers. The Senior Crimestoppers tip line operates 24/7, 365, every day, every night, all year round. When you have a tip, call this number, 1-800-590-5850. You'll speak with the counselor on how to handle your information. When you have a tip about an incident featured in a reward poster in your facility, call the tip line anytime. Here's a real-life example of how Senior Crimestoppers can really help.
For Carol and Denny, this simple laptop is a lifeline.
This laptop has, just been wonderful for me to have to keep in touch with all of my 8 grandchildren. I love emails.
Her laptop was stolen. She felt violated, and I think she felt a little bit unsafe in this building, and that's not our purpose for any of the residents.
I can't get over the fact that someone would have the nerve to go into an old lady's room and take her things. He could see that I had very little. I couldn't believe that something like this would ever happen to me.
Employees here at the center know all too well how the elderly can be easy prey for thieves. That's why, in addition to local police, they have a powerful ally in their corner when it comes to protecting their residents, Senior Crimestoppers.
Absolutely. First thing on Monday morning, I called and told them what had happened, and they were Johnny on the spot on getting me a poster, a reward poster out, and faxed it right over, and I put it up, and from what I understand, they started getting calls immediately.
Calls that led to an arrest. A new employee at the center was immediately terminated. Even though the center has a strict screening process when hiring, unfortunate incidents can take place, and Senior Crimestoppers is there during those difficult times. And talk about return on investment. For Carolyn, seeing her lifeline returned was a joy beyond compare.
You know, everybody did such a wonderful job, and I was just so grateful that it was returned to me. So I say double thank you, a billion times thank you. You've given me a lot back, a lot that I thought I was going to lose. So I just say, bless you.
The Senior Crimestoppers counselor begins each call by asking, are you calling in an incident or a tip? As soon as they learn that it's about a tip, they immediately instruct the caller not to give their name. The Senior Crimestoppers counselor gives each caller a unique code number for identification. Details on tips are entered into the Senior Crimestoppers computer. The caller can call later using their unique code number to get updates. The management of the facility lets Senior Crimestoppers know when an incident has been resolved or other action has been taken. Here's how one administrator describes his experience with Senior Crimestoppers.
My name is Gary Bermasolo. I am the administrator of the Nevada State Veterans Home, of course, here in Nevada. I had exposure to the Senior Crimestoppers program while I was an administrator in Idaho and the director of Veterans Affairs in Idaho. In fact, all 3 veterans homes that we built and or remodeled in Idaho were members of the Senior Crimestoppers program. And I found it to be a valuable program then. So when I had the opportunity to become reconnected with Senior Crimestoppers here in Nevada, I jumped on that opportunity. The first thing is they're there. And when you come into our facility, you'll see the Senior Crimestoppers placard indicating that we belong and that we will not tolerate theft from our residents or others. And we have a program in place to try to not only deter the crime from taking place, but also to find people and try to determine, who's guilty of the crime when it does occur. I think probably the most valuable asset, in terms of the Senior Crimestoppers program is the deterrent part. Facilities that belong to Senior Crimestoppers program have a lower theft rate, that we know. And I think we've experienced that here at this facility since we've become members. I experienced it in Idaho, and I think you'll find that most facilities, if not all of them, that belong to the Senior Crimestoppers program within the National Association of State Veterans Homes have the same experience. If they weren't in it and they became involved, they saw a decrease or a decline. It raises awareness of the resident as well as the staff, and it shows that we don't have a tolerance for that type of a crime. Why anyone would want to steal from a vulnerable adult, I do not know. I have a very low tolerance for it, and I am dedicated to doing everything I can to stop it. And I believe the Senior Crimestoppers program is there for people like me, and I think they're every bit as dedicated to that mission as I am.
When an incident is resolved and a tipster calls the Senior Crimestoppers headquarters for an update, they get specific instructions on how to collect their reward. That's also done completely anonymously. A reward from $250 up to $1,000 is placed on every incident reported to Senior Crimestoppers. A reward is paid when a case is resolved or other action is taken by the facility's management team. A tip may come in right away, but it could be anywhere from 6 months to 2 years after an incident. But the rewards never expire. Senior Crimestoppers offers anonymous cash rewards as a way to combat apathy and encourage people to take action. And you don't have to wait until you see a reward poster in your facility. If you have knowledge about a crime or other activity, call the tip line and provide confidential information. Senior Crimestoppers will let the facility's management team know what took place, and if your information helps bring about a resolution, Senior Crimestoppers will provide an anonymous reward. Remember, when facilities join Senior Crimestoppers, they can experience an average 92% reduction in incidents. Senior Crimestoppers works when you take part. When you have information about something that has happened, call the anonymous tip line anytime, day or night. If the management of your facility decides that other help is necessary, they can decide to discreetly bring in other agencies to investigate tips. Senior Crimestoppers works to help keep staff from being falsely blamed by gathering information that will get to the bottom of anything that has taken place. Senior Crimestoppers works by helping residents achieve the quality of life they deserve and helping employees create a more positive work environment by allowing safe, secure, and anonymous incident reporting. Help Senior Crimestoppers work for you.